Okay.
We can't even hear Mr. Quinones. He doesn't have his mic on.
I'll turn it on right now. I was getting ready. Let's see. Present. All right. So who has the timer? Who has a timer on their phone?
For what?
We need some data. So we're going to time how long each person can hum without taking a breath. All right. Let me get my my notes. Okay. This will be number 6, I believe. All right. Who's going to be first? Braden, you're first.
On first.
Okay. Who's got the timer?
I do.
Okay. All right, Braden. So take a deep breath, and we're going to count down, and you're going to just hum like this until you're out of breath. We're going to see how long you can do that, and we need data.
Okay.
All right. Ready?
Ready, set, go.
I think he's done.
15 seconds.
All right, here's our first data.
My dog was like, "What the heck are you doing?"
Okay, all right. Who's next? All right, let's see. I'll pick. The next person is Eli. Ready? Take a deep breath. And
ready?
Yeah.
Set, go. Okay. 23 seconds.
All right, 23. So, all right, Ethan, you're next.
All right. Ready? Set, go. Twelve seconds.
I think you ran out there. All right. Taylor, you ready?
Is her mic on? Or
yep.
his mic on?
Yeah, he is. He's ready. Ready, Taylor?
Okay, ready? Set, go.
Wait, hold on. What do I do? Just hum?
Yep. Ready, set, go. He's
21
done.
seconds.
21. All right, Sarah, you're next.
Who?
Sarah.
So I just hum?
Yep, as long as you can. Okay.
Ready? Set. Go.
I can't go.
15 seconds.
15.
Okay.
15? Okay. All right, who's
13.
13. Okay. Who's next? Olivia. Actually, there's 2 Olivias. Olivia Brady.
Okay. Ready? No.
Wait, restart.
Ready? Set. Go. Go.
I think she lagged out.
Oh, no. All right.
I'm back.
Oh, she's back. All right, Olivia, ready? Restart.
Ready?
Yeah, that's really all. I have bad thumbs.
Okay. What was that?
That was 5 seconds.
Okay, that's okay.
Yeah.
All right, Olivia Barnett. Ready?
Now?
All right, Abby, tell when you're ready. Ready, set, go. I think that was it. What you get? All right. What was that, Abby? What do you think? Abby. We lost Abby. Okay. All right. Let's see. Tyler, have you gone?
No.
All right. Let me. Abby's back. Abby, did you get the time for Olivia? Hang on, Tyler. Abby, did you get the time? You got to click on your mic. All right.
Sorry.
It's okay.
It didn't. It went all black. The screen
Yeah.
went all black for me.
No.
So
All right. What would you guess was Olivia's?
It
I heard
was
for about 5 seconds.
Okay. All right. All right. Now Tyler's ready. Ready, Tyler?
I'm not ready. Give me
Okay.
a sec.
Yeah, hang on. We'll wait for you.
Okay. Ready, set, go.
I think that was it.
12 seconds.
12 seconds. All right, Abby, your turn.
Oh, okay, hold on.
All right, and Kate, we'll get Kate too. She just joined, so she'll figure it out. All right. Whenever you're ready.
Ready, set, go.
What was that?
Looks like a second.
Okay, no one's going.
Oh,
so
you're sorry. You're supposed to go.
I'm fine. I'll do it.
Oh yeah. Ready?
Ready, set, go. 17 seconds.
17. All right, Kate, you're gonna be next. Okay, Kate, you gotta unmute your microphone.
Wait, what am I?
You're humming for as long as you can.
Apple. Ready,
Ready, Abby? Kate's gonna do it. Give her the timer.
ready, set, go. That's it.
That's it. All right.
8 seconds.
8 seconds. All right. Anybody else missing? Nope. Okay. You think I could beat that, or you think I can get? Let's see. All right. Let's go with this data. Did I get everybody? What was Kate's? I forgot.
I think we
It
have
was
it.
8.
I think I put it. Okay. All right. So ready? So we have some data, and we've learned that we can represent this in a bunch of different ways. What's one way we can represent this data? Anybody?
Box and whisker?
Box and whisker. Okay.
Median.
Median. Yep. So let's start with the box and whisker. But before we do that, I think we should put them in order, right? And in order, it's easier, right? In order. Okay. 5, 5, 12, 13, 17, 15. Wait, there's 2 12s. And 1 13, 1 15, Am I missing anything? 17? 21 and 23. All right. So n equals what? Anybody?
The number of numbers.
The number of numbers. Okay. What is the number of numbers?
10.
10? Okay. And for 1 million points, what does this mean?
To like add them all up.
Add them up.
That's
Nice.
what I was gonna say.
Yep. We're going to start from 1 to 10. Let's add them up. And I actually did add them up. Okay. So for 3 Brazilian points, what's this mean?
The average.
The average. So how many 10s go into 135?
13.5.
13.5. Nice. I like that it was 10. All right. Min is 5. Max
5.
is
23.
23.
Median. By the way, if you have an even number of data, is there really a median or is there like a fake median?
Fake median.
A fake median. Yep. Basically, they are the cheerleaders, the in between the basketball game. And what number is between 13 and
14.
feet? Yep, there you go. All right. And then next, median, average. Oh, Q1. So Q1. Now, if you have an odd number in the first half, is there a Q1?
Yeah.
Yep. And that would be 12, correct? And then Q3 is 21. All right. So, next question. If I wanted to say, is this data right skewed or left skewed or slightly, or is it symmetrical? What would you compare? What 2 numbers would you compare?
Median and average.
Median and average. And which one would you hold smack in the middle? The median or the average?
Median.
Median. So you say you want to put the median in the middle. And then you put the average next, which happens to be right where? To the left.
Left.
Is it a lot or is it just a little bit?
Just a little.
Just a little. So this is probably, I would call this symmetrical. Symmetric. Or slight left skewed, right? So this is pretty good because the average and the median are really close to each other, which means that there is somebody who got pretty far. They got 21, 23 seconds, but there's also 2 people that got 5 seconds, which they're kind of equal distance from 13.5. Does that make sense? All right, cool. Now let's do the boxing whisker. And I'm pretty amazed of like how much stats you guys know already. All right, so let's do a number line. What are the possible numbers that you could have held your breath for?
You could hold it for 0 seconds.
0. Yep. And we don't want to go too far. 10. Well, somebody got to 23, right?
Oh, so probably like 30.
Yeah. You know what? I don't really want to do all 30, but
25?
yeah, let's do 25. Yeah.
Or 20, you could do 24.
Yeah, that's good.
Either.
Just slightly more, right? Because somebody could have come in here and done like somebody that's like swimming. A swimmer probably could hold their breath longer, like in a way. I don't know if they're humming while they're swimming, but 8. Oh, I should have done evens again. This is right. Do you agree that? All right.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I went to 25. All right. So I'm going to go from 5 to 23 And by the way, yesterday I was doing the yard work, and I was cutting some bushes, and I was thinking, what can I do with the kids so they can make it like a project that is genuine data, not stuff that we're making up. That's what I came up with. All right, Q1 was what was Q1? Oh yeah, 12. And then Q3 was 21. And the median was 14, I think. Yep. So as you can see, this little part, half of basically the second quarter of the basketball game, it looks pretty short, but it's still a quarter of a basketball game compared to the third quarter. Looking at this data, which was the longest quarter?
Mr. Quinones,
Yeah. Yep.
on the left side, you
Uh-huh.
have 1, 2, 3, 4. You have 5 numbers, and on the other side, you only have 4 numbers. There actually is a median. Median is 13.
Oh, Nikes. Good catch. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, there's 9 numbers. Oops. Okay.
Yeah, not 10.
10. Okay, let's good catch. Let's pretend that we had it right. So we'd have to redo the whole thing, huh? Actually, not everything would change.
Yeah.
Actually, only what? All right, the median would
That
change.
and also
All right,
the Q.
yeah. So the median would actually be 13. Okay, so we'll scratch that one off. Good catch. And then that means this is the first half. And what number is between 5 and 12? So you're gonna add both of them and divide by 2. So that'd be 12 plus 5 is 17. Half of 17 is 8.5. Right? And then Q3, and good catch, thank you for that, is between these two numbers right here. So what number's between, by the way, 17 and 21 are 4 apart. Therefore, the middle's 2 apart from 17, which would be 19. Okay. All right, good catch. All right, so let me erase a little bit here. Now, so therefore, is our data still did it become right skewed or is it left skewed?
Now it's slightly right.
Yeah, now it's slightly right skewed, exactly. Now my eraser erased too much, so let's get a better, smaller eraser. By the way, was there any outliers?
No.
Not really. Let's see. Nah, you could tell because the box is pretty big, right? The box, the IQR, right, is pretty large. So we went from 5. All right. So it was 8.5 to 19. Look, this box is huge. So if you do 1.5 boxes to the right, it's definitely going to cover 23. All right, so then the median was 13. There we go. Okay. So this portion is slightly bigger than it used to be. Good job. Okay. All right, and then we'll finish this off with range. Range. So what is our range of humming time between 5 and 23? How far is 5 from 23?
17.
17. And then what is the range between the 2 quarters? The box range. What's how far is box the end of quarter 1 with the end of quarter 3? So how far are these 2 numbers? Let's see. 8.5 is $1.50 from 10.
11.5.
Yeah, there we go. 11.5. Okay. So which means that the outlier, the upper bound, Now we know there's no outliers, but the upper bound would be 19 plus 11.5 plus half of 11.5. Okay. I have decimals open, so I'll put that in there. 19 plus 11.5 plus half of 11.5 is, I don't know. That's supposed to be a 2, by the way, not a 5. 11.5 divided by 2. All right, so it's 36. So the upper bound is 36. So if anybody has came in here and held their breath longer than 36 and a quarter, they would be an outlier. Okay. And what would be the lower bound? And we've got to start with which number? 8.5 minus 11.5 minus half of 11.5. And I do have a calculator still open. I'm going to change the Q1 and then put everything as a minus. Minus. And then minus. All right, so this total is, I don't know what it is. Minus, I have too many. It's negative 8.75. Negative 8.75. So, and obviously, any negative number means nothing with our breath, right? There, you can't hold your breath for a negative amount. Cool. It's a lot of work for this. Do you guys agree?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, if you were to do this on some test and you had made the mistake that I had made, I probably would still give you full points and just highlights, hey, be careful with right? Because then you show understanding of it, right? All right. Now we're done with the boxing whisker. What is the other method we can represent this data?
Histogram.
Histogram. Okay. So your bins, what size? Now we don't have a lot of data. We only have 9 numbers. So how wide do you want to go with the histogram? Like the bins, what size would you like? Should we go 5 again?
You could do like 3.
3. Yeah,
I don't know.
Let's go. Yeah, let's go. Because then they're gonna be short. Let's go 5. Because if you make the bins too small, then their height they're all like gonna be like 1s and 2s. You know what I mean? So all right. So let's go from 0 to 5. And how many did we have for that? How many we had 2, right? So I'm going to put a 2 on the top. Now this number on the top is not always there. Sometimes you have to read it from the side. All right, from how many are from 5 to 10? 0. How many are from 10 to 15? We had 4. Okay. And then how many are from in the 20s? Wait, am I missing any? Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, there's a 17. That would go right here. And then there are in the 20s, there's 2. There we go. Make sense? Okay. So you can see that this biggest bar kind of matches our IQR, right? That's the center. So the center of our data is between 10 and 15. Our average is was probably a different number because it's supposed to be divided by 9 instead of 10. But most of the data is going to be, not most, but when you describe the data, you're probably going to describe this area right there. Okay. All right. And what is the third method we can describe this data?
Dot plot.
Dot plot. Yeah, the dot plot. Okay. Now we're gonna. You guys kind of fell into my trap of the dot plot. That's going to be today's. Okay, so we're gonna go. This time I'm going to. I guess I am going to do all the numbers. I should have gone to evens again. Next time we just do evens because I can just put the dot in between the two numbers. Oh boy. All right, dot plot. Here we go. There was 2 5s for sure. Can't see my data. 2 12s. 113. 115. 117. 121 and 123. Okay. All right. Okay. So this is which is the one that's like the least useful on this case?
It's probably the dot plot.
Yeah. You guys agree with that? The dot plot is like, yeah. But what if we had more data? Like, what if we did this with 100 people? And this is where we're going, by the way. Remember, Braden, you still with us? Or are you eating your mac?
I'm done. I'm still with you.
Okay. So the project that I'm going to have you guys work on together, I might give you guys a couple days, is you're going to all get data with everybody in your household or your friends. And we need a lot of data, like not just 9 people. We need 9 times 28 of us, right? We need like 200, 300. We need as much data as each person can get. So I'm going to suggest that you make a Google Sheet, and then you get everybody could type in their data. Okay, I can make this sheet for you, or you guys can make it and just share it. Okay, what
As cohort? Or
as a class cohort, right? So here is what I.
So you should probably make the Google Sheet.
I will, and I'll put it in the Google Classroom, and it'll have unlimited editing access, which means somebody could go in there and pretty much erase everything if they want it to be a but, but I don't think that they'll do that. Okay, so
What data are we going to be collecting?
this data.
How long they can hum?
Yep. So if each person can get at least like 5-10 people, we can get a lot of data. And this dot plot is going to look. Here's what I think it'll look like. Okay, watch this. Now, they can even be decimals, right? Somebody could be right. Yeah, can you here? Let me zoom in so you guys can see. Actually, I'm making X's, but they could be dots, right? Now, guess what I think it's going to look like. That's what I think it's going to look like. It's going to be so many dots. They're going to fill this data. And then somebody could get like a 1, And this is called a normal curve. And a normal curve is a dot plot with millions of points. And let me show you how this works. Normal curve. Watch this. And in stats, we already know what percentage. Let me zoom in on this one. They're all pretty good. Let's see, this one's good. Let me see if I can get a larger one so you guys can see. In stats, I don't know how to make this large. Let me click on this, open link, new tab. So your data, and I'll leave it here. I think you guys can still see. I can't figure out how to make it large, but the average is right in the middle. This line in the middle, that's the average. And then just like you would cut a fish, you can slice it up. We can slice up this data. And between the average and one of these things, 34% of the data is in there. And between the average and then one of these measurements here, it's another 34%. So most of us fit in the average data. Most of us in our class are average. Okay. This holds true for like IQ, for running a mile, for holding your breath, for humming, for length of hair. Most of us are average. Now, if the further you go away, the more above average you are. Now, your parents want you to be above average, correct? In your grades? But in reality, how many people are average if you add these two percentages? Oh, right here. How many? Look at the number up here.
99%.
Well, this first number.
68.
How many of us are average? 60 what? 68% of us are average. Now, how many of us are above average? 13% of us are above average. How many of us are advanced? 2% of us are what? Advanced. Now, this data is called a normal curve because it describes normal things, right? Just things that are normal, like I don't know, can't even think of anything else. Anything that has to do with humans or animals or plants, anything that is natural. Your height is pretty normal. Most of us are average. We could find the average height, the average, and most of us will be in here because 68% of us fit in there. Some of us are taller or above average, and some of us are. Do you think LeBron James is average, above average, advanced, or is he up here? I don't know how tall LeBron is. Yeah, he's probably up here. Do you guys agree? Maybe here or maybe where? Okay. In terms of like the guy who runs the fastest, what's his name? The fastest runner in the world?
Usain Bolt?
Yeah, Usain Bolt, right? Is he an average runner, an above average, an advanced, or is he way over here, like way, like probably even further than what? Okay. Now, me in running, I'm actually probably where? Over here. Maybe. I'm kidding, but I'm probably average, right? Does that make sense? I'm probably a little bit below, but it's still in the average area. So I'm going to make the table right now, and I'll set it up, and I'll share it with you guys. Let me tell you how I want this to go. Now, this idea was created by Braden, so you can blame him. He said, "Hey, can we come up with something?" I'm like, of course, all right? Now, I think it'll be actually pretty cool. I think we should do a Google Sheet or a Google Doc. What should we do? A sheet, yeah. Yeah, because you're going to put names and numbers, right? So let me make one. Anyway, so the idea with the normal curve, and I was setting you guys up because the dot plot is the basis of the normal data. And while I'm making this up, would you guys agree, though, that your data is probably going to look like this? Right?
Mhm.
Most people will be right around here, right? And then some people will be over here, and some people over here, right? Now, we're going through the coronavirus. We're going up the uphill, right? But eventually, we want to peak, and we want it to what? Go down. So that's what's happening right now in the world, right? We're going up to the exponential part, but it can't go up exponential forever. It's impossible, right? There's only 7 billion of us. Eventually we peak and then we'll go down, okay? So this is part of that too. All right, so here is my sheet. And so the best way to do it is, I'm going to put it in Google Classroom, but the best way to do it is for you guys to contact each other and say, hey, can you type in your data and make it fun? You know, I'm not going to assign Khan Academy today, even though it's on there. Don't worry about it, okay? So what should we call this? Humming. How long can you hum? How long can you hum? Right? And then we should put name, right? Oops. Should we put who's collecting the data?
Sure.
So we know who got the
Yeah.
who went.
Who's participating? Who's
Yeah,
not?
participated, right? And then seconds, right? And let's see. Data collected by, and then we'll put what should we call the person who we're getting their subject's name?
Yeah. Sorry.
Hummer name.
Maybe we can make the columns different colors.
Yes.
Make them-
So I'm gonna let you guys do that, and you can also, if somebody wants to type in the data we already have our data, right? And so I'm gonna share this. I'm gonna give it full editing access. So let me change this to anyone. I'm gonna change this.
Do we really need like the name of who's coming? I mean, like, does it
Nah,
really matter? Or like, maybe say,
yeah.
like,
I agree.
I don't know if that's really needed.
Yeah, I agree with that. It's not part of the data necessarily, right? Thank
We
you.
can go on the graph.
Yeah, and actually, all we need is the data collected by, right?
Yeah.
That's how we're gonna.
And like the seconds.
I'm gonna give points, and then from this, I do want you guys to make a dot plot, but you can't make it until we have a lot of data, right? Delete, right? So you can make the headings, and you can even get rid of all these columns that are not necessary. I usually don't like extra columns. Delete columns. See? Makes it look cleaner. Okay. Now, the goal is to have data that's so large that we can graph, and you'll see that most people are going to fall within this certain range. And every once in a while, you might get a LeBron James of Hummer way out here. Now, in this kind of data, there is nothing called outlier. Everybody is normal. Okay, you're part of the data. You're not an outlier. You're part of being a human. So, in Bolt, he'd be over here. He's not an outlier. He's just very far from the average. Does that make sense? Okay. And then when we measure these, how far you are from the average, we measure these distances. We are 1 unit, we are 2 units, we are 3 units. So he's 3 of these units away from the average. Okay. All right. So let me share this file with Google Classroom, and but I do need somebody before I let you go to let's test this out. All right. So let me go to Google Classroom and share that off. Classes, and then hopefully we can get, like, I'm not sure, like a couple hundred data. Everybody gets, because we need a lot of data. That's the point. It's just 9 is not enough, 20 is not enough, because we need that bubble to show up. Okay, here's this one. Classwork, create, assignment, and then number 6, humming data. Please ask your okay. So add and Google Drive. Almost there, guys. Almost there. Resent. Come on. Here it is. All right. So can somebody see if you have editing access? And go ahead and type the data that we have. Go to, let me see. All right. So go ahead and everybody go on to it, but don't type in the same cell, obviously. Okay. I want to make sure you guys are able to edit the data. All right. It looks like. Dang it! I wish I. Braden. There we go. Okay. So go ahead and type our data. We had 5. Yeah, I'll read it off to you if you want. 15, 23, 12.
I just put in my
Yeah.
number.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Oh, I'm here. No, go ahead and put in all of our data that we got for today.
So mine's one of the 15s.
Yeah. All right. So go ahead and put all of our data as your name. Does that make sense?
Did you put our data on the screen?
Yes. Let's see. Ready?
Just,
Here you go. Let me get it. That's all. There it is. So 5, 12, 12, 13, 15, 17, 21, 23.
I'll put my name on them.
Yep. All right. So if you guys can text other people you know and tell them what the deal is, and that's how they're going to get credit for this. And at the end, we're going to make the dot plot. Okay. We'll do it tomorrow.
Hey, Mr. King, you know this?
Yes, sir.
So my Google Classroom on my phone is acting up.
Uh-huh.
It won't let me post my homework for bio. So I have to take a picture of it and stuff, right?
Yeah, right.
And every time I say use photo, it just deletes the photo I took.
Oh, is it an Android or Apple?
Apple.
Huh. Can you use the camera and have it take the picture?
It's so blurry you can't even see what I wrote.
Oh.
I already tried.
With your phone?
No, with the Chromebook.
With a Chromebook. Yeah, it's pretty blurry with a Chromebook. What you could do is you could take a picture with your phone and then upload it to Google Drive, and then you can just grab that from your Google Drive on the computer.
Or you could just email the photos to the teacher.
Right?
Yeah.
And as soon as I say use photo, it's going to start downloading it, and then it just deletes it.
Oh, another thing too is your memory might be full. So
Okay.
you want to delete apps that you don't use. And also, if you use Google Photos, it'll upload all your photos to the cloud, and you can just delete them once it's done.
All right.
If you take...
you could always just email the picture
Yeah.
to the teacher, and on Google Classroom say you emailed the picture.
That's true. Work. Yeah, that's true. Okay. All right, let me check the sheet. There you go. All right, Braden. So even though you typed in everybody's, it'd be good if you got some other people in your household.
Yeah. Toby.
Okay.
Hey, how long can you hum, Toby?
All right. Just...
3, 2, 1, go.
All right.
Okay.
Okay, that's it. That's it for today, guys. So type in data and send a text to other people. Let them know what the instructions are. Right. All right.
Wait, hold on. I also have another question.
Yeah, go for it.
What is number 2 con?
Oh, number 2. So I put the Khan Academy. I put pictures of the assignments. So number 2 would be these 3 links. If you go on Khan Academy, they'll be there. If they're not there, click on past assignments.
Okay.
So and I made them all due yesterday. But if you finish them, you just let me know and I'll get your data, your scores. Okay.
All right.
So see that? So whenever I assign Khan Academy, I'm going to put these little pictures so you know which one is that one is worked on. Which one is being assigned?
I already got them done, but I got a 75% of all 3 of them and stuff, right?
Well, that's good. Yeah. Well, 75 is what you're trying to get. And if you have a little time, try to get 100, but 75 is all I'm asking for.
But then on Aries, it shows that I got a 0 out of
Is it 0 or is it blank?
No, it says it's like a missing.
Oh, yeah, okay. That's my bad. I haven't finished typing those in. Yeah. So I started doing that at lunchtime, but then I didn't finish. So, yeah, give me about an hour or so. I'll get those typed in.
All right.
Sounds good?
Yep.
Cool. All right, Braden. I hope you enjoyed your mac and cheese. Okay.
Brayden.
See you guys tomorrow.
Bye.
Stay 6 feet apart.
6 meters. Come on. That's 18 feet.
6 meters.
Brayden.
Yes, Tyler?